This is our super high mileage Tesla Model S. It's done 430,000 miles. That's the same as flying from London to New York 124 times. We're living with this 90D so we can tell you whether high mileage electric cars can deliver good range or whether their batteries are a ticking time bomb. But today's test is to find out how this ancient Model S compares to a brand new electric car. Before that, here's what you can expect from our high mileage Tesla series. We're going to do a range test, a health check, performance test. We're going to find out exactly what makes this car tick.
Original battery, original motors.
So this has had a couple of repairs.
We've got ourselves a set of cones and a stopwatch. Literally nothing's happening. I get the feeling it's not going to charge. Now, time to compare old against new. This is the very latest £70,000 Jaguar iPace. It'll cost you around £60,000 more than the used Model S. Admittedly, it hasn't changed much since it was first introduced as a rival to the Tesla, but it's still a very highly regarded EV. It has a big 90 kWh battery, just like the 90D. It has 2 motors and all-wheel drive, just like the 90D, and has 400 horsepower to the 90D's 417, with the iPace offering 0 to 62 in 4.8 and the 90D in 4.4. They're very closely matched, but can old keep up with new in a series of tests, starting with a straight-line performance run? Since launch control isn't available on the 90D, only the P90 gets that, I'll level the playing field and test both cars simply by flooring it, starting with the Tesla. What's it gonna do today? Let's find out. Oh, yep. Tell you what, it still accelerates. And that is 60 miles an hour. Let's keep the foot buried and see what it does to the quarter mile. I'll tell you what, it's still shifting. That's a quarter mile at around 98 miles an hour. Should we keep going? Let's see how fast I can go before I get scared or the car starts to shake itself to pieces. Okay, that's 112 miles an hour. That's as quick as I am willing to go. I think it was actually as fast as the car was willing to go as well. Tell you what, it still shifts. The 8-year-old Model S 90D managed 0 to 62 in 5.5 seconds according to our test equipment, with a quarter mile of 13.5, hitting 112 mph by the mile marker. That's 1.1 second and 43 miles per hour down on the official figures when new. Although we should point out that the battery state of charge during our test was around 80%. With a full battery, that 4.4 might be possible if we're to believe that EVs don't lose acceleration with age, although factors like worn motor bearings can cause a reduction in performance. Anyway, let's see how the Jag compares. This car is a 2024 model, so it's 8 years younger than the Model S. And if you were one of those people who didn't want to rush into buying an electric car because you thought that they would evolve over time, then the iPace might be the kind of car you'd end up with instead of a Model S. But what does 8 years worth of evolution actually look like in terms of acceleration? We're going to find out. Once again, no launch control. We're just going to smash it in its default mode and see what happens. All right, it's a pretty similar launch actually. Nice. Okay, we're doing 60 already.
100.
That actually feels quicker. We're doing 90. Let's see if we can keep this going. Again, bravery is at the top of the agenda. Doing 120 miles an hour, 125. So already, okay, 128, 129. Can we get 130? No, we can't. 129 miles an hour top speed down the mile straight. So significantly quicker than what the Model S managed in terms of top speed. What was the acceleration figure though? The iPace managed 0 to 62 in 4.4 seconds, about 0.4 seconds quicker than Jaguar says it should be. And that's without launch control. The quarter mile was finished in 12.5 with a top speed of 129 indicated by the end of the mile. Victory to the new Jag then. Oh, by the way, if you want to own your own used electric car, head over to autotrader.co.uk. We've got so many examples on site right now, including Tesla Model S's for under £10,000. If you want to lease a brand new electric car, we do that as well. Check the link down below. Right, back to the action. Next up, we're going to focus on handling. Can our used ancient EV keep up with our brand new contender? And we're going old school. We got ourselves a set of cones and a stopwatch. First one to make it to the end in the slalom and back again is the winner. Let's get it. There we go. All right, let's see if this Tesla can handle. It's used to going pretty much in a straight line on the motorway. Woo! Can it go around corners? Tell you what, that's not bad, is it? Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy, steady. Oh, big changes of direction. Yes, I'll tell you what, that feels good. Oh, and that is it. I bet you this thing's never gone this fast in its life. After several runs, the Model S managed a best time of 24.97 and felt pretty quick and stable. But how will it compare to the newer Jag? There we go. Let's see how this feels in comparison. Do you know what? It doesn't feel quite as tied down as the Model S. Whoa, it's interesting, isn't it? Okay. Get it back. Oh, it feels a bit more roly-poly, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Oh. Whew. Actually, that wasn't as much fun as in the Tesla, and the body control was not quite as impressive. But the stopwatch is what's important. And the stopwatch says the iPace managed our slalom course in 24.53, half a second quicker, although it didn't really feel it. Winner, iPace. Now it's time for our final high-speed test, and this one is arguably the most meaningful of the lot. We are gonna do a recharging race. Oh yes. Now the rules are simple. Both the iPace and the Model S have identical 90 kilowatt-hour battery packs. Both are charged to 25%, which is kind of when you want to think about recharging anyway. And we're gonna see which one charges in the least amount of time. Don't fall asleep. This is proper consumer testing. Let's go. Right, let's get this plugged in. Get this in. Connect that. Get my old thing out. Scan, card read, authorized, vehicle connected, communicating with the vehicle. Let's do the Jag. Okay, perfect. Put that in, grab the phone. I love these chargers that just let you do contactless. That is absolutely perfect. Right, go. Come on, my money is on you. Now, a quick recap on how fast these cars should charge. The Tesla should max out at 120 kilowatts peak. The iPace should charge at 104 kilowatts. The Model S, though, hit a very brief peak of 130 kilowatts before rapidly dropping down to 90. The iPace started at 110 and stayed there. After 5 minutes, the Model S had slowed down considerably to 75 kilowatts, with the Jag still maintaining 110 kilowatts. Again, that's faster than it's supposed to charge. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. Can I just take a moment, by the way, and this is not a sponsored video, to give a shout out to Apple Green Electric. I had no problems with this. I literally plugged in both cars and it worked immediately first time. When does that ever happen? Well, more of that, please. After 10 minutes, the Model S had dropped to 65 kilowatts. The iPace, though, was still maintaining 85 kilowatts. The Jag was winning despite being one of the slower EVs on the market currently in terms of charging. For reference, a Porsche Taycan can manage 270 kilowatts at peak and hold on to 200 kilowatts for long periods. Okay, status update. We are now about 15 minutes in. I've just checked the Model S. It's charging at about 55 kilowatts. The iPace is charging at just under 80 kilowatts. On paper, that thing should win, but the Jag, despite being slower, is younger. It's going a bit quicker. Interesting. And mercifully, 20 minutes later, we had a winner. The Model S had slurped down 22.5 kilowatt hours after 20 minutes of charging, while the Jaguar had managed to put an extra 31.1 kilowatt hours into its battery. Assuming an equal efficiency of 3 miles per kilowatt hour, that's enough range for the Tesla to go an extra 67 miles, and the Jag to go an extra 93 miles. Right, I don't know about you, but that was literally the most exciting race I think I've ever seen in my life. Definitely better than F1 anyway. So, let's take a look at the findings. Over the course of our performance test, we've seen results that were perhaps slightly unexpected. We saw the Jaguar I-Pace emerge victorious in terms of top speed and acceleration. Equally surprising was the fact the Model S was able to get so close to the Jag in the slalom race, losing but feeling more composed throughout. Woo! And in our final test, where the Model S should seemingly have the edge, it was the Jag with its fresh battery and electronics that charged the quickest. Go! Go! But here's the most surprising fact of all. The 8-year-old electric car is very similar in terms of performance to the brand new electric car. Despite its age, there really isn't an enormous difference between the two. The speeds are similar, the handling is similar, and the rate of recharging is comparable. It just goes to show that it is possible to pick up a used high-mileage EV that still compares favorably to one that's fairly fresh from the factory. Age and nearly 500,000 miles on the clock doesn't destroy EVs anywhere near as much as some people like to make out. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to know more about our high-mileage Tesla testing, then make sure you watch our video explaining where the car came from and what kind of life it's lived, plus a range test showing exactly how far its old batteries can really go, and stay tuned for a full health check and more coming soon. This is our very high-mileage Tesla Model S.
Let's have a look at some of the suspension. There's a little bit of play in this hub mounting bush. Given its mileage, it's not surprising at all. It's got gears in it, it's got bearings in it, it needs to be lubricated. So this has had a couple of repairs.
Let's get to the big one then, the battery.